Hey everybody, it's Nick Inman, founder of VolumeProfileTrader.com on Sunday, January 13th, and this video is going to be pretty short and to the point because I don't think there's too much to talk about. You're looking at a market that has moved up into new highs, and obviously that's what you want when you're long, but I think there's a little more to it. However, the basic thesis doesn't change much. So what we're looking at here is the S&P 500. We see, okay, it's made new highs. That's great. What do we have to look forward to next week or the week after that will give this some type of catalyst, this market, a catalyst to either go higher or lower versus, moving sideways or something along those lines? Because the ultimate question is, at the end of the day, if your time frame is the daily time frame, what you want to know is, okay, is this going to come down and try to fill this gap? Are we going to retest the lows of the year so far? What are we going to do here? Or are we just going to have this trickle up effect? And, when I listen to, I don't watch CNBC a lot, but when I listen to commentators, what I'm looking for is, what are their thoughts on the market? And a lot of traders think that there's going to be some type of pullback. And, I think that could be a play just so they can get in at lower levels because they've missed this ride. And the reason why, and it's because I was there too, and I still am partly, you had a lot of cash going into the new year because you didn't want to be on the wrong side of the trade come the end of the fiscal cliff or, the January 1st. Well, now that that's kind of over and we don't have to look at that till I think either the end of February or March, you're looking at a market that's focused on earnings. And, really what I see is the big banks are reporting this coming week. Wells Fargo already reported, basically did nothing for the day, made new lows, but held this range. As long as it holds this range, you're good. And that's reason why is because we're long this at VolumeProfileTrader.com. But again, I think the trade is you look at this intraday time frame, and what we're looking at is monthly profiles. I love the way this is coiling up against this 90-day point of control. The moving averages are right under. We held the value area high for last month. That's what you want to see in a market that's trying to move higher. And there are no point of controls that are preventing, for example, Wells Fargo on moving up towards, 52-week highs and, perhaps even higher. So that's kind of why we're long here. I guess I'll just keep going. DuPont, you're looking at a name that really has a chance to cover these lows here around 48.5 or so, trading 46.15. Again, you're getting this bounce off of value area high, even the point of control for the year, the 50-day moving average, this blue line, the 90-day point of control. You have a cluster of levels here, and although you're buying something that's extended from the lows of 41.67, you're looking at risk only into just below 45 or so. So $1 of risk to see a potential 250 of upside. I can be a good trader in that type of risk reward environment, and all you have to do is make sure that you get your stop to break even and you let this thing work for you. And if you get stopped at break even, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. If you take a small loss, that's okay, but you want to give yourself an opportunity to make money on this long trade here. Let's see. All right, Ren. This is a little speculative for me, and I don't normally take trades like this, and I'll show you kind of the setup here. We got this, big move up. We got the pullback in this 370 area. I don't remember the exact price. We got long, saw a nice follow through. What you want to see is this just to continue its trickle up effect. If we can get above $4, there's no, well, $4 may be the ceiling for now. But there's no reason why we can't go see 420 in, the short run, maybe a couple of weeks. I don't know. Just be paying attention to this. Members, you want to keep your stop at break even, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. No reason to lose money on this trade now. Potash, similar story here. We're getting this on the move higher. This is one that I've been watching for a while. I missed these lows here. Whatever, I'm not too concerned about this. But then I missed the pullback, and that's what, kind of bothers me. But we got in. We actually have pretty nice profits now, trading at 42.79. We're at the point of control for the year here. But what I'm going to watch is, does this keep making intraday higher lows in the intraday? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days straight of higher intraday lows and highs. That's what you want to see. And we'll have to see what it does against this resistance level or this big price level of 43. But if you want, you can keep your stop right below these lows from Friday, which are 42.52. So call it 42.42, whatever you want to do. There's nothing wrong with this. If we do get above 43, I'd be looking up towards around 44.25 for a potential trade. What you can see here is off the point of control for, November. We bounced in December, we made a nice push higher, tried to test this point of control but failed. Came back, tested the value area high for November, held it, and then we bounced off of those levels nicely. This was the buy right here on, looks like Monday morning. Maybe pretty light volume. I don't really consider Friday a buy. I like to see a retest. Here's your retest on good volume here. And, you saw a push higher, then we held this high volume area here, and that's where we got long from. This trade's working in our favor. You can also use the average true range stop at 42 as your stop also. It doesn't matter. It would be a little concerning if it broke 42.52 or so, just because that's the 90-day point of control also. All right, a name got long end of day pretty much on Friday, Microsoft, and the reason why we got long is what we're seeing here is a series of support. And here we are again, support. I want to take this for a trade back up to 27.60 or so, and potentially, this could be a hold up to the high 20s. And if that's the case, then this is something that may make sense. Oh, by the way, we are at the 2-year point of control. So this could easily go up to the value area high for the 2 years, which is 29.29, 29.30, whatever you want to call it. I just want to point that out. It's also a little bit of resistance here around 28.60. Regardless, you have a pretty good risk reward if you're risking, 60 cents for a potential move of, $1.50 plus. You just have to take those risk rewards when they come and wait for your setup and then take it. If this doesn't work out, well, no, because this makes new lows, but we'll have to wait and see. Apple, this is something that we got in. We're basically at a break even right now. Value area low for the year, and this 500 level continues to be some type of support. So I want to pay attention to this. If this doesn't go soon, I'm probably going to ditch it. You have your clear trading range here. If you want to call this lower highs, that's fine. But what you're saying is it's going to move eventually. If it doesn't break out of this little range, doesn't break the 20-day, I'm going to get out. And the reason why is because it's just not worth the risk. Earnings are coming up. I was expecting to see, maybe a little pop before earnings up to the top end of the range. If it doesn't do that soon, then I'll get out. All right, let's go into gold. What I'm looking here on gold, is the point of control for the year is going to shift here probably tomorrow around 1664. I want you to pay attention to that level because if it holds, then you're probably going to see a move higher in gold. I could easily be wrong, but here we have support. Whether you want to draw resistance like this or resistance like this, I don't really care. But it just gives you a reference point is what it does. Every time prices touch this line, it's been resistance. I'm not saying it's going to be resistance again. I'm not even saying it's going to touch those levels, although I kind of expect it to. What I am expecting is some type of move, pivoting from 1675 at some point. So overall, I do think that this market's going to continue to trickle higher. I just think that's what it's going to do. And until, the market proves that it cannot go higher, then this is something that I want to be long. One thing to know, I'm trying to get a level for you. This looks like a market that wants to go to 1500. All right, but I wanted to get a level for you before I end this video, and I'm going to go back to the 5-year. And what I see is, just a little coil off of this point of control. Every time this point of control migrates, that's what you want to see. And it's up at this 1328 level. So really, I consider that your overall bogey in the market. And this thing looks like it's going to continue higher. If you draw resistance here, you can see you have room to the upside, however you want to draw it. So, weakness, I think be opportunistic until it proves otherwise. And when it does, you'll know, because the trade won't work out. But, you take them when you can get them. And right now, I think we ride our longs, continue to look to buy weakness until it no longer works. So, anyways, also keep an eye out on the earnings this week. I know a lot of banks report. I don't know. I think that's the latter end of the week. And also, you have some decent economic news this week. So be looking out for that. Monday's nothing, though. So that could be a slow one. So anyways, take care. Have a great one. And I'll talk to you next time.